Hi, I'm Drew. I tutor a number of topics in mathematics here, but today we have an interesting problem, which sounds like it's a real world problem. The poster asks, what is cheapest? They say, my neighbor is wanting to redo his backyard. He's removing old sod, bringing in a new 4-inch thick layer of topsoil, putting in new sprinklers, reseeding his lawn. He thinks he will save money by picking up the soil himself rather than paying the delivery fee, so let's settle it. So the poster gives us some information. They said that the yard size of the neighbor is approximately 2,025 cubic feet. Their own truck, I assume, the truck bed size, they were given in inches, so we can convert that to cubic feet and cubic yards. The truck capacity is 1,800 pounds. The topsoil weight is 2,000 pounds per cubic yard. I should put pounds in here. Per cubic yard. The distance to the store is 9 miles. The truck gas usage is 17 miles per gallon, and then the gas currently is $3.79. So there are some assumptions that will need to be made, or some more information that will need to be talked about a little bit later. But let's just kind of jump right into exactly how to figure this out. So the first thing we need to do is to determine how much the truck can transport back and forth, right? Because there are some limitations, namely size limitations and weight limitations. So this is the most important thing here, that the topsoil is 2,000 pounds per cubic yard. Now, clearly, because the truck weight capacity is only 1,800 pounds, we can't do a full cubic yard. And we already know that the truck bed capacity is over 2 cubic yards. So this weight capacity is really what's going to limit us. So because the truck weight capacity is 1,800 pounds, which is 90% of the, a full cubic yard, we can figure out how much in cubic feet we can transport at a time. When we do that math, we find that we can only transport about 24.3 cubic feet of topsoil per trip. So that's the first thing that we have. Then we need to determine if we're transporting this, if each trip we're only doing 24.3 cubic feet, how many trips will it take to get a total of 2,025 cubic feet? When we do the math on that, it would take about 83 1/3 trips. I mean, we can just round it up and say 84 trips because, we want to get all of the topsoil here. So it would take 84 trips, which sounds like quite a lot. So the distance to the store is 9 miles, and the truck gets 17 miles per gallon. So we need to figure out what the total distance is for 84 trips. So 84 trips times 9 miles is going to be about, I think I did this, I did this a little bit wrong, but we can figure that out very, very, very quickly. So, because I have 750 miles, but that's only assuming that we allow for that third of a trip. But we're going to actually figure this out now. We have 84 trips, and it's 9 miles, so that's 756 miles. So it's going to be a total of 756 miles driven to get the topsoil back and forth. And when we look at that versus the gas usage, that'll tell us how many gallons we'll be consuming. So we take our 256 miles, we divide it by our 17 miles per gallon, and that's going to give us a total of 44.4, so about 44.471 gallons. So then all we need to do is take that number, multiply it by the total gas cost, $3.79, and we get that on gas, we'll be spending a total of $168.54. So this is the total that's going to be spent on gas to drive back and forth to the store to transfer all of this stuff. Now, the poster did not say anything specifically about the method that the delivery company would be using. I can make an assumption that they won't be using the same exact truck. If they were using the exact same truck, then they would be, I mean, you'd be looking at, again, 84 trips times $30 per trip. I'm making that assumption here. So 84 trips times $30 per trip, and you're looking at a total of $2,520. I think this is not a great assumption, though. I assume that a store wouldn't be charging $30 a trip using a small truck like this, driving back and forth to the store. So I'm assuming it would be, I'm not sure if this is a $30 flat rate or if it's, because it says per truckload. So I'm not exactly certain. We need more information about how big that truck is, how many trips it would take. So what we can do is we can figure out where the line is in terms of what makes sense, right? So we know that doing it by ourselves is going to cost $168.54. If we divide that number by 30, that tells us how many times 30 goes into there, which means that in order for us to break even, the store would be doing 5.618 trips at $30 a piece, and that would be equal here. So as long as the store is doing less than 5 or 6 trips, then it makes more sense to have the store deliver it to the residents rather than doing it yourself. Also, 84 trips is a lot. So use that information as you will, and I hope this helped.